Lakers are the talk of the town. They've won 6 in a row. They're number 2 in the West. But is this for real? Let's go through and watch the film and see what we see. First decision every coach is going to have to face when they face the Lakers. How do you guard Luka? Right away here, a minute into this first quarter against the Clippers go to a switch, and that is not a good choice. Because Luka will just get the mismatch, step back, and make a great choice and get a high percentage shot. Here it is again, a switch on Zubac, same result. Okay, so the switch didn't work. What other strategies do the Clippers have? Now they go in the first quarter and put 2 on the ball. Teams are going to dare Trey Jemison and Jackson Hayes to make plays out of this short roll. But the thing is, with that much space, plays like that are going to happen to you. Still in the first quarter, they switched it. He burned Zubac. They put 2 on the ball. He hit the roll man. Here he just likes the matchup and he goes one-on-one and steps back again. Second quarter, and here it goes again. All the pressure that Luka causes will almost inevitably lead to an open shot and a scrambling defense. Here the defense scrambles and Vincent's open. They go to halftime, they make adjustments, but this is where the Lakers are going to bully you. They play target ball. They find your weak link and they expose him on defense. We've seen the switch, we've seen the blitz, and now we see drop coverage. The problem with drop coverage, Luka's going to do that. JJ said it after the game yesterday. You play drop coverage against Luka, and that's what's going to happen to you. Personally, I think the coverage that Luka's going to see the most from here on out this season is a blitz. But this is where having the 2 supercomputers comes in handy. Similar to how they guarded Trey Jemison, they are going to allow Jackson Hayes to catch this pass and make a play. But what does Steph Curry do on the Warriors when he's trapped? He passes to Draymond Green because Draymond is going to make a great play in the 4-on-3. And that's the same thing Luka does here. He finds LeBron, who turns it over. But they like that read, they like that look. So 10 seconds later, they go back to the same exact thing. Because Chris Dunn has to tag the roll man, it leads to a swing, wide open 3 for Vincent. Those are the supercomputers at work. A minute later, the Clippers go back to the blitz on Luka, but this time he's going to hit Jackson Hayes in the short roll. This is where reps and where film study will come into play, because when Hayes catches this pass, you can see the open shooter. When he watches more film, he'll be able to make these reads more easily, and the Lakers will get even scarier. Then we have one final coverage against Luka. This is up to the level, but Luka just turns the corner and makes a play. Scariest part about Luka's games, there's still so much rust that he's going to clean up with time. Here they put 2 on the ball, and he just simply turns it over. These mistakes are simply from him not having played in a while, but don't get used to these mistakes, because once he gets more comfortable and more familiar, these tipped passes and turnovers are going to go down too. We talked a lot about Luka Doncic, but now we talk about the real reason why they found their success recently, the defensive end of the floor, and right away it starts with a Luka steal. Luka playing some good defense in his own right, but how about these other guys, the unheralded, unsung guys on this team? Check out the one-on-one defense here by Jackson Hayes, forcing a tough shot by Harden. Here they go again in the second quarter. Watch Hayes with the instinctive switch onto Bogdanovic, staying right attached to him and forcing a tough shot in the corner. This stretch in the second quarter was crazy. The Lakers defense did not allow for any points to be scored, and Dorian Finney-Smith has been a huge reason for that. In fact, look at this stat from Lakers Muse. Clippers did not score a single point in the last 7:35 of the second quarter. These 2 are the reason. And here's that other guy, Jared Vanderbilt. He's going to have the task of navigating through screens in the playoffs, guarding the Murrays, the Currys, the Shays, and that's what he's capable of. It's not just these 2 on the defensive end of the floor either. Vando with the hustle has been such a godsend for this team. So you have those 2 high motor, high energy, high caliber defenders, and then you have LeBron James roaming in help side and using his IQ to make winning plays like that. This is where JJ Redick and scouting comes into play. If the Lakers think that you don't have shooting on the floor, look at how they're not even concerned about Jordan Miller. They did the same thing against Jokic and the Nuggets. They just wall up and cause a tough shot. Now, it's not going to work every time. Here it is in the fourth quarter. LeBron getting switched on to a non-shooting threat in Chris Dunn. And look at how he guards him. He just leaves him alone in the middle of the key, and he just roams in help as a free safety. That time it didn't work. But the most important and most encouraging thing for these Lakers is that Luka and LeBron are sliding those puppies on defense, especially LeBron James, as JJ Redick has praised him for. Speaking of LeBron, we've seen the stats, but are we really taking into account what we're witnessing? Look at the numbers over the last 10 games. These are first-team All-NBA type numbers, and with the defense he's playing to go along with it. Of course, yesterday's performance without the likes of Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and Jordan Goodwin, which poses the question, how good of a coach is JJ Redick? Now, not basing this off of just that game, but this whole season, JJ has proven that he's a real basketball sicko. Where does he rank in your Coach of the Year rankings? We have other great candidates this season. Kenny Atkinson in Cleveland, JB Bickerstaff in Detroit, Mark Dagnall in OKC. JJ's definitely, though, in that top-tier group of candidates. The job he's done, the way he's scouted for other teams, is really going to pay dividends in crucial moments this season and into the playoffs. Am I saying this team doesn't lack flaws? Absolutely not. This is just another way to analyze this team, and we're going to be able to analyze them a lot more in these next 5 games. They should beat the Pelicans, but after that, they get the Knicks at home, and then in Boston on Saturday night, in Milwaukee next Thursday. We're going to learn a lot about them, especially in this game.